Okay, table of random digits. At first glance, looking at this, I don't know if it's something out of the movie Matrix or what, but I think if an alien came to planet Earth and they were like, this is math, I don't know. These are just, are they truly random? Yeah, that's what we're going to take for granted here is that these numbers are truly random in the way they're listed. The only thing that's not random is the line assignment, but that's just so we can reference where we're actually starting the random numbering. So in this video, we're going to talk about how to use this table of random digits to select a sample randomly. All right, and I put together a kind of like a cheat sheet for. Let me just kind of make this a little bit bigger here. A little bit of a cheat sheet to help us through this process. All right, and I think again, first glance, this might look just a little intimidating or a little confusing. So the first thing is you want to define your population. All right, how many people, how many individuals are in our population? Okay, if our population size is between 1 and 10 people, then we're going to assign each person in that population a quote unquote one digit number. In other words, we only have to use one digit from our table of random digits. Okay, if our population size is between 11 and 100, we have to bump that up to now two digits, double zero through 99. If our population size is between 101 people and 1,000, we have to expand our assignment out to three digits, triple zero up to triple nine. And then if our population size is between 1,000 and just shy of 10,000, okay, 9,999, I should actually change this. We can change this to 10,000. If it is up to 10,000, okay, then we would assign them four digits, 000. And let me just list this out so we can follow the same pattern, okay? And it would just go on and on from there. All right. Now, if you're a little confused with this at this point, that's expected. All right. We're going to go through a couple examples to make sense of it. But just follow the steps from here on out, and then we'll go back and revisit where need be. So the second step is we want to assign each individual a number in our population. Okay, so say for example, our population size was 100. Okay, the very first person on that list, I'd want to assign the number 00. The second person would be 01. Third person would be 02, so on and so forth, until the very last person would be 99. All right, a good way to think about it is you always revert back to one number. Okay, so in this, what I mean by this in this example is if alphabetically I'm the third person or I'm third person in the list, my roster assignment is always going to be one number less. Okay, if I'm the 14th person, my roster number is going to be 1-3, or my assignment number is going to be 1-3. It always follows that pattern, okay? And you'll see why in a minute. Now, once we have our assignment, we're going to revert to the random number table and group numbers according to step one. Okay, so for example, if my population consists of 250 people, I know that each of my assignments, in this case, that's way too big. Let's get something smaller there. There we go. Okay, if I have 250 people, I'm going to be numbering 0, 0, 0 up to 249. Okay, so what that means is when I go back and I look for these numbers in the table, I want to group them according to groups of three. Okay, and then last but not least, we want to select our sample, and then our repeats don't count. After all of that, we're going to realize how timely and how time consuming this process is, and hopefully to try not to use it as much as we can and use random.org. Okay, that's the most fun step because it's the easiest. All right. It's a shortcut, but as I always say, in order to, it's not a shortcut unless you know the long way. Okay, so we're going to go through the long way here. And the population we're going to use are U.S. presidents. And I'm going to go through this example just down here. And let's say out of our U.S. presidents, I want to select a sample of 4. Okay. Okay, I want to select, and I'm going to use this lowercase n. This lowercase n always means sample size. Okay, so I want a sample size equal to 4, okay, out of a population size of 45, right? All right, so we're going to follow this same exact process, the step-by-step process, and try and figure out exactly how to go about doing this, okay? So define how many individuals in your population. We already did that. It's 45. So if your population size is between 11 and 100, which it is, we're going to follow step B here. We're going to assign each person, in this case, each president, a two-digit number 00 through 99. Now, I don't have to go all the way up to 99 because there's only 45 presidents. So, in other words, I'm going to go from 00, okay, George Washington, all the way up to 44. This would be President Trump. So, again, we're going to go GW 00 up to DT. Donald Trump is 44. Okay, and out of those, we want to randomly select 4 of them. Okay, now to assist us from here on out, I'm going to do one thing. I'm going to go back to an Excel spreadsheet that actually lists out each president. If you hang with me 1 second, take a look at that. All right, and you'll notice that the number that each of these presidents is assigned is one number too high. Okay, so again, we're going from 00 to 44. So actually, 45, he should be number 44. Barack should be 43. Okay, and going all the way back till George Washington technically is 00. Okay, so we just got to keep that in the back of our minds. All right, now here comes the fun. I want to go to my random number table, and I want to group numbers according to my population size that I did in step 1. Okay, that's right here. So we are, according to this subpart B, okay, I want to assign each person a two-digit number. So we're going to group in our list, we're going to group them in pairs, okay? By default, they're already listed in groups of 5, okay? That's just because if we just listed them straight across and didn't have any breaks, it would overwhelm us way too much, okay? So most of us, when we look at this number, we see 19,223, okay? What I need you to do at this point is to break this up into two-digit numbers. So the very first number of my sample is going to be 19. Okay. The very next number is going to be 22. Then comes, this is where you got to be careful, 39. Okay. Next comes 50. Next comes 34. Next comes 05. Next comes 75. Next comes 62. Next would come 87. Next would be 13, and you follow this process until you've totally exhausted your population and you've gotten your sample of 4. Okay? So, again, breaking this up into pairs, I'm going to have 19. We're going to have 22. All right? We are going to have, what's the next one? 39. We're going to have 50. And we're going to have 34. And I'm going to stop there because those are the only numbers that I need. After I get up to that point, I'll have my sample of 4 presidents. Okay? Again, we're going to revert back to this. In fact, let me take this. I'm going to copy this back to our notes here. Okay? This is, again, drawn right off of our random number table. All right, let's pull that up so we can see it a little bit better. Make it even bigger. Okay, these are our numbers. Okay, so for 19, this is the thought process. I want to split it up into 19 to 39 to 50 to 34. Okay, I'm even going to bring this back. Okay, so we want, technically this would be the 20th president. This would be the 23rd president. This would be our 40th president. This would be our 35th president. This one doesn't work, right? We haven't gotten there just yet, okay? So if I wanted to draw this out, again, we're going to cross this off. This one doesn't work. And then this would be our 20th. This would be our 23rd. This would be our 40th. And this would be our 35th. Okay, so let's go ahead and get those presidents. And that'll be our random sample of 4. All right, so the first one again was the 20th. So our very first selection is going to be James Garfield. All right, so our sample again, James Garfield would be number 1. The 23rd, Benjamin Harrison. Okay, the 40th, Ronald Reagan. And what was our last one over here again? 35 or 35th president was John F. Kennedy, JFK. Okay, now that process again took a little bit of time just to get a sample of 4. The quicker way to do this is to use this website over here. I'm just going to highlight it, random.org. Okay, so what I want to do is when I log into that website, okay, there's going to be a much easier way to select this sample of 4 presidents. Okay, in fact, one good thing about using the software is I don't have to remember to take this one less step. In other words, I don't have to go from 00 to 44. I can simply just go 1 to 45. Okay? See what that looks like in a minute. So we're going to come over to random.org. And when you log on, there should be a table that comes up here in the upper right-hand corner. And you want to put your lowest number up to your highest number. And you just want to click on generate. And it will randomly spit out a number, in this case 33. Okay, remember, we're not doing the quote-unquote one less rule here. So we're going to go right over to our 33rd president. 33rd president was Truman. Okay, so he would be the first person in our sample. Second one would be 30. Calvin Coolidge. We need 2 more. Third one, we know that is Thomas Jefferson. And then last but not least, okay, I actually like how this happened. We got 3 twice. So I can't have a sample of 4 where Thomas Jefferson is listed twice. So I have to click generate again. And I go to 34. 34 was Dwight Eisenhower. And that would be my sample of 4. Another way to do it on this website is you can go to numbers and click on the option for integers. And I can generate, in this case, just fill in the dialog boxes to help you. So 4 random integers between 1 and 45. And we can format that in 5. Honestly, you can just put it in 1 column because it's only 4 people. Click on get numbers. And again, it'll output very quickly 4 random numbers. In this case, my sample would be the 32nd president, the 44th president, the 5th president, and the 26th. Okay, so my corresponding presidents again, 32, FDR, 44, Barack Obama, number 5 would be James Monroe, and then 26 would be Theodore Roosevelt. Hope this makes sense.